All right, welcome to Jason Sports. I'm your host, Joe Chap. We're going to be talking Michigan basketball here on Jason Sports as we talk about the first game of the NCAA tourney for the University of Michigan. And when we talk about the University of Michigan, you know, what a great year Dusty May has had in his first year. You think about prior first years for coaches, especially before the transfer portal, it would have been a little bit different. But Trey Donaldson has been great, Golden has been great, and Wolf has been great, and they have put themselves as one of the best teams in the Big Ten. And I don't care what the rankings say because I think the selection committee totally got it wrong with Michigan. They put them at fifth, and this just goes to show you how stupid the Big Ten tourney is that's played on a Sunday. It really is. I mean, when the Big Ten tournament is played on a Sunday, these brackets are already basically written in stone on a Saturday. They don't make any changes. We've seen it with Purdue before. We've seen it with Michigan State before. We've seen it with multiple other teams before where they have won on Sunday and it does not affect their seeding at all. And when you look at the Michigan Wolverines, they go against a UC San Diego team that is very formidable. And when we talk about the UC San Diego Tritons, we talk about a couple things they're good at. But let's look at the comparisons between the players first. So as you see, Tate Jones, one of their best players, he's 19.5 points per game, 57.6 field goal percentage, and he's doing a damn good job. He's one of their, as you can see, he's one of their best players in conjunction. He plays really really good. He's a leader in points. He's a leader in points. He's the leader in rebounds, and he's a leader in assists. I mean, the guy's a do it all. He's a power forward. He's hitting 75.8% of his free throws, as you see on there. He gets 5.5 rebounds a game, 3.7 assists, 2 turnovers. I mean, this guy is the formidable part of that team. And when you look at the UC San Diego Tritons, there's not much that there's a couple of things that stand out to me. One, they shoot really well. They take care of the ball. They're a senior laden team, so you know that they're not going to make the mistakes of a younger team. There's some younger teams in the tournament that you have really a worry about how they're going to perform under the bright lights because as we see every March Madness, there's always a team that comes into the tournament ranked highly and then they go into the tournament and they just flounder. And it's not abnormal. It happens every year. That's why there's always upsets and it's why it's one of the best times of the year. But when you talk about UC San Diego, this stat stood out to me and I'm going to put it up right now. The Tritons turn over the ball on just 13.4% of possessions, top 10 nationally. Their defense creates turnovers on 23.3% of the possessions, which is number 2 nationally. So basically, what it says right there is they don't turn over the ball, but they create turnovers. And we go back to the statistics. I mean, the Michigan Wolverines, they turn over the ball a lot. So they're playing into the hands of UC San Diego. And over the course of the last couple of days, I've seen a lot of publications be presenting the evidence of why UC San Diego could win. It seems like a hot pick from the national media and UC San Diego beating the University of Michigan, and it's not outlandish to think about it because Michigan's fatal flaws are something that UC San Diego does correctly. They force turnovers. They don't turn over the ball. It's how they play. And when you see the statistic again, I mean, they're 13.4% of possessions. They don't turn the ball over. They turn the ball over. And then top 10 nationally, their defense creates turnovers on 23.3 possessions, which is number 2 nationally. So they're top 10 in not turn over the ball. They're top 5 in creating turnovers. It's a recipe for disaster. And when you look at Michigan, I mean, the way that they played in the Big Ten tournament, that's obviously a, a good way to start the tournament season. But you got to think like it's all about matchups. When you get into these types of games, it's all about the matchups. When you get into a game where a team likes to slow down, a team likes to play fast paced, and they don't know how to play when it's slowed down, that's when you get yourself into trouble. That's what we see every year with some of these teams. Like We've seen it before with Duke. We've seen it before with North Carolina. We've seen it with Michigan State, with Middle Tennessee State beating them. I mean, it just takes one player to get hot, and you're done. That's the way this tournament works. But I thought Michigan got a really raw end of the deal here because Michigan is the fifth seed. Wisconsin was a fourth seed. They beat Wisconsin in the Big Ten tourney championship game. It goes to show you that that Big Ten tournament game really didn't mean much for the grand scheme of things. It really didn't mean much because if it would have meant much, the Michigan Wolverines would have had a higher seed. And I just think that Michigan was really put into bad position. They were given a really bad draw because of UC San Diego. And this is what these, the March Madness people, they love to do this because they love to set matchups against each other. And this matchup right here is just it's not a good matchup for Michigan. On two occasions, they turn over the ball. Michigan turns over the ball. They can't shoot free throws. Sometimes they have trouble shooting threes. This team, the UC San Diego, they do well shooting the ball. They're a senior laden team. They don't turn over the ball. So you're going to have to beat them at their own game. And if you had to ask me, who are you going to be picking? I mean, I'm going to be picking, I think Michigan's going to win this game. But would it shock me? Would it shock me if Michigan lost this game to UC San Diego? Absolutely not. Because when you look at UC San Diego, they have all the matchups that are poised for an upset in this March Madness game. So, look, Dusty May's had a great first year. This has been a phenomenal first year for Dusty May and a phenomenal run in the Big Ten tournament Big Ten tournament. But, this matchup does not help the Michigan Wolverines by any stretch of the imagination. And when you think about, Michigan State playing Bryant, and you think about Wisconsin and all the, Michigan and Michigan State be put in the same region, and Michigan having to, go play teams that to get out of their region, they're gonna have to play freaking Auburn and all that stuff. It's just a daunting task, and I thought the NCAA selection committee once again showed that they do not value the Big Ten tournament at all. And if I was a Big Ten, I would never do a tournament on a Sunday ever again. I think the Big Ten likes to be out in front of people, but this team that played on Sunday is going to be playing Thursday. There's just no rhyme or reason why that should be happening. The simple fact of the matter is, like, I could sit here all day long and talk about, wow, Michigan played on Sunday. They're going to be playing on Thursday at 10 o'clock. It's just asinine. I thought Michigan got really shellacked by the NCAA selection committee, and it was just not. It's not the way to do it, man. And they're gonna be playing a team from UC San Diego that's used to playing at 10 o'clock. It's a total nightmare of a matchup for Michigan. And like I said, I think Michigan can win this game, but would I be shocked to see UC San Diego win this game? Absolutely not. All the things that are in front of you saying hi are turnovers, shooting the threes, and the time difference. The time difference being ready to play at a 10 o'clock game for UC San Diego is normal. For Michigan, it's not. And that's the thing I worry about with the University of Michigan is playing that 10 o'clock game against a team that's used to playing a 10 o'clock game. That's where you can get yourself into trouble. So if I'm Michigan, this is an awful, awful, awful selection, and the selection committee should be really ashamed of themselves, and so should the Big Ten. The Big Ten should be ashamed of themselves because the fact that your Big Ten tourney champion has to play on Thursday after playing on Sunday is just a joke. So that's what I have to say about it. So what do you think in the comments? Is Michigan going to win this game? Is Michigan not going to win this game? Let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to talk to you. Comment below. Subscribe to all of our pages, JC Sports on Facebook, JC Sports on Instagram, Detroit Joe Chap on Twitter, and then we'll have a good time. Hopefully, the Michigan Wolverines come out with a win, and we'll see you in the next video as we talk more Michigan sports here on JC Sports.